I'm Rob Licuria, Senior Editor at Gold Derby, here with Jung Ho-yeon, who stars as Sae-byeok on Netflix's global phenomenon, Squid Game. First of all, I must say, congratulations on your recent win at the SAG Awards.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So,
I feel like it was like far away.
I know, right? It feels like a lifetime ago, but both you and Lee Chung-jae won individual awards. You were also nominated as a cast. I mean, you accepted your award with tears of joy. It was such a beautiful acceptance speech. How did it feel, honestly, to be embraced by Hollywood in this way?
Oh, you know, like the room of SAG Awards was full of people that I always admired and I always kind of like studied. And then now, like at that moment, I just like met them in front of me. There is Kate Blanchett and Meryl Streep. So I was quite confusing that is it like real or am I dreaming? So I had to just like keep focus to be existence. That's all I did, I think, that days. And so, and then the stress and then the nerves was so like so much to me at that time. And then I had to do the present awards, and you know, for all of us was big day, right?
Yeah.
So while I sat on the table, I drank 2 glasses of champagne, like straight.
Yeah.
JJ Lee trying to stop me, but I was like, no, I need, yeah,
Wow.
I
Yeah.
need some relax. But yeah, and then after like I got that award, it's yeah, still I feel like it's there, but I don't feel like it's real yet. But yeah, it's an honor. It's an honor to be just the fact that our show be recognized by worldwide people, not only Korea, not only Hollywood. It was worldwide global show. So yeah, still it's like because of I'm at home right now and I'm take care of my cats and I'm just doing vacuum and I just finished my laundry and then everything is just so normal. But I'm doing interview with you and we are speaking about SAG Award. It's just like still
It's bizarre.
like,
I know.
yeah.
Like, yeah, you're one of the most famous people on planet Earth right now. People really love this show and they love the character. And I look, let's talk about Sae-byeok. She's fascinating. And I think there's a reason why so many fans love her the most. You play this North Korean refugee. Her backstory is very interesting. It's very she puts everything on the line to get her mother out of the north and join her and her younger brother in the south. And it's a really sad and kind of meaningful storyline. I just wonder, what did it mean to you to portray this woman who is so desperate to live a better life in the south?
I feel like the background situation is quite far away from my Ho-yeon's life, right? My own life. But the struggle and that emotion to get her life better, I think there are many amazing women who doing that. And then also my life is always struggle. I think we all do that. Humans are always looking for better situation and looking forward to get better life than I have. And also like when you like, especially for Sae-byeok, when she grew up she was on the situation where she shouldn't be. Is that right? How can I say? Where she can have proper family. But yeah. So I think for me it wasn't that difficult to understand why her attitude of like a word going to be like that. Because also I have the situation where I felt like outsider while I was working as an model internationally, and I came from South Korea and this huge society which I ever experienced before, and then being that place was like lonely and makes you kind of strong.
Wow.
And and very be protect, like very getting protected by myself, not kind of showing their my emotions to the people that much. I think that's came from the loneliness and the feeling of being outsider.
That's fascinating to me. And you're able to bring in your personal experience into portraying this woman authentically. She's a real person. She's not just a stereotype of what we would expect a North Korean refugee, you know? What I loved the story, especially in episode 6, when she despairs that her life in the South may not even be better than her life in the North, because she's in this really terrible situation. Did that deep sadness and regret impact you at all personally?
That's actually quite a similar answer to the last question, that because like I grew up in South Korea with so many American culture because of the history, right? We got effects by Americans a lot, and then I had this kind of dreams of America, right? And then I moved to New York and I starting to leave that place, and then I realized that it's actually not that different here from where because I was like, there was a part of my city that I thought that, oh, this is not good. So, and then I moved to New York, and then I figured that, oh, maybe where I'm from was not that bad. It was actually good, because in New York life is also tough. And then people, like where people live, the place where people live is always has social problems and the bad part and good part. And I think Sae-byeok, when she was young, her family decided to move to South Korea. That was because of the bad part of North Korea. And then they moved to South Korea, and then they had this experience in South Korea. And then I think she just realized that, oh, maybe this is also tough in different way.
Yeah, it's so true. The grass is always greener on the other side until you see it. That's why we find her so fascinating, because director Hwang, the way that he was able to write these characters, I thought originally that they would be, we wouldn't know much about them. It would just be about the games. But really, Squid Game, the games are wonderful, but Squid Game's about the people and their struggle. And speaking of, you have such a great connection with so many of the actors on the show, particularly Lee Jung-jae as Gi-hun. What was it like working with him, and what did you most value about what you learnt from him as an actor?
Oh, there are so many things to learn these days, not just about acting. I think JJ Lee is like, because like we all had this like huge success for the first time, right? Even for JJ Lee, even for director Hwang, who's been experienced in Korea and very popular director and actors in Korea. For them also, it's just first time. But for me, you know, the gap.
Yeah.
Yeah. From what I experienced till now, it's just like so huge. I could have mental problem, right? This experience is like mental problem, physical problem. I could have that, but because of JJ Lee and director Hwang, who's been like, they just gave me life lessons, and they just never like push me to the answer. They always listen my story. And even like when I was acting, they was like listened a lot about like what I feel right now. And then just, you know, what is weird is that once you keep speaking, you kind of realize, oh, I know what I feel like. And then you kind of close to the answer when you, and then I think they knew that. So they just let me talk. And, you know, the way of they treat me is gave me just like a life lesson, how to be a great adult, how to be great senior, I think. Yeah. So yeah, like there are many kind of things that JJ Lee told me specifically, but I think overall they're just nice person. And they're just nice people. And yeah, if I have to say just one episode, he always came to me and said me first that if you want to try one more time, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. But the act that he did is very kind of like helpful to me as a new face actor, because on the set it's just hard to say, oh, can I try one more time, as a first person and who's getting so nervous on the set. So I think he knows that, he knew that. So he always came to me and says that if you want to do it again, you have to say it now. And then, yeah. And then I think I said this the last time at the interview of Golden Derby. When he just before starting the scene, he always stretched his hands. And then I thought that that's just happy, but I realized that while I was acting, the hands stepped first. So he always do the stretch hands before he's starting to do the scene. So yeah, I do that too. I did that. So there are many small specific things that I've learned from him, but yeah, I just wanted to say he is a nice person.
Yeah.
That's what
See,
I like.
I figured that people want to ask you all the time, oh, you know, how did Squid Game change your life? You become, you know, it's given you a career and all that stuff, which is wonderful. But I always wonder, how did Squid Game change you inside? You know, what did it do for you as a person? And it sounds like you've gotten so much out of it because you've grown, you know, as an actor, as a human being. You know what? There's this, I want to really ask you this question. You may not know this, but on the internet, there's all these theories about Squid Game. And one of them is that player 067 is not formally announced on screen as dying. So people think that she's still alive and was able to escape. Do you think that that's even possible?
Oh, it's just so hard question because of why I was acting. Like I act like she's dying.
Yeah.
So for me, like she's dead, but because of the love from audiences, which it's just so grateful that they kept me thinking that, oh, she might be alive.
Yes, people want her to be alive. They love
Yeah,
her. What does that make you think? What do you think about people just love her, that they want, that they refuse to believe that she's dead? No, she's not dead.
Oh, oh man. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's just like, let's go find the director of Hong and says that let's not make her that.
Let's do
Let's
that.
bring her back.
Yes.
Yeah, let's bring her back and do something.
Good.
I don't know. I'm not good at writing, and then I know he's writing the season 2 script right now. He's going to some little city of Korea to write season 2. So
yeah,
let's call him now.
Let's tell him. I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago, and he said he's losing sleep. He's working really hard. He doesn't want to disappoint anybody. And so now I'm going to send him vibes. Let's bring back Sae-byeok, okay? So my final question, I'm sure you get this a lot, but I'm curious to see what you think. You're young and you're still moving up in your career, but Korean culture is so big around the world. My kids love it. People in America, Europe, Australia. Why do you, and Squid Game is such a huge part of that. What do you attribute? Why do you think Korean culture is so popular around the world?
I think it came from JJ Lee's answer the other day, that we are a very hardworking person, and then we are very practical. So I think we kind of I'm not sure, this is not like, it's just my opinion because I just got in this businesses. So in my guess, it's just because of people in Korean industry, like entertainment industry, knows well about what audience needs. So they kind of always digging and like make a result, like make a graph of like what these day people love, what these day people are interested in, and then they just go for it. And then Korean audience is also very passionate. So they kind of, also because of the internet, I think many of Korean audiences and Korean fans are trying to show their artists and their culture to the world, like very passionately. So that's why, because of, like K-pop, it starts from fans, which starts from Korean fans, and then now it got like overall, they kind of, Korean fans are introduced to the world fans that, there is like, here is BTS, here is Squid Game, here is this, that, right? Sorry.
You're right.
So yeah, maybe we are smart and we are passionate, and
I love
our fan culture.
It's so true, and I can't wait to see more. I think Ho-yeon, you are one of the success stories of this season. I hope we can get an Emmy to go next to your SAG Awards. But in the meantime, I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me.